chapter number 17, that is struggle for freedom. So let's study about India got freedom on 15th August 1947. So after the revolt of 1857, the British government became very opposed to the Indian. It took hard step to crush the Indians' emotions and they tortured the Indians in many ways. The birth of the Indian National Congress (INC) set up in the year 1885. Aim क्या था इसका? That was very limited when they started and they wanted to accept British demand. It pleaded to the government to employ many Indians as possible in the administration. And who established the concept of INC, that is AO who? Congress sessions were held in various parts of the country and first being Mumbai. The demand that Indians would be allowed to manage their own affairs. They always remained constant and these demands were moderate and most of the people believe that it's just humble demand would bear no fruit against the stubborn British government. They believe that only strong action could make the British officer understand the problem. So we have Lal Bal Pal, that is Lal Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak और आपके विपिन चंद्र पाल. And there were some other prominent Congress leader also, like Bal Gangadhar Tilak were boldly faced and the British and even declared, freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. He even wrote things boldly against the British in this paper. Maratha and Kesari, he repeated criticism the British led to the imprisonment of several times. So, divide and rule policy. When the British government considered that it was possible to govern more over India, it followed divide and rule policy. और ये first step था जिसमें हमने क्या करा? आपके बंगाल को दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करा. Now Swadeshi movement. So let's study about Swadeshi. Indian leaders started movement against the British government. Under this movement, British made clothes and other garments and articles. People forbade to buy any items in England. And this movement called Swadeshi movement and British government believed in itself to be uprooted from India. So students left schools, teachers left teachings, advocates did not attend and they took large possession. ठीक है, बहुत सारे पेशेंट करा भाई, बच्चे स्कूल नहीं गए, टीचर्स ने पढ़ाना बंद कर दिया, लोग जॉब पे नहीं गए. Different things they did. Now Gandhi ji in the nation. In 1950, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi returned to India from South Africa with a begin the last phase in the struggle. So this method of fighting is known as Satyagraha. और किस पे बेस्ड था? Truth and non-violence. After returning to India, Gandhi traveled all over the country. He shocked to see the poverty of the people. So he decided to fight against English and against some of the social religious practices. So especially caste system, he asked people not to obey unjust law made by the government. जो भी ये unjust law government ने बनाया, आपको इन्हें obey नहीं करना. Right? So Jallianwala Bagh, a public meeting was being held at Jallianwala in Amritsar on 13 April. General Dyer came to the park and ordered the soldier to fire. Right? Then we have some revolutionary movements. Right? राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल्लाह, अशफाक खान और आपके कौन हो गए, रोशन सिंह, राजेंद्र लहरी, चंद्रशेखर, ये सब कुछ रिवॉल्यूशनरी एक्टिविस्ट थे. So non-cooperation movement, गांधी जी launched non-cooperation in 1920. ये क्यों थे? टू डिसोबे द लॉ पीसफुली. बट चौरी चौरा का जो इंसिडेंट है, इसको फायर में पुलिस स्टेशन को जला दिया गया था, 22 पुलिसमैन डाइड हो गए थे. गांधी जी वाज अगेंस्ट वायलेंस एंड ही विथड्रॉ द मूवमेंट. भाई वो अगेंस्ट द वायलेंस थे तो उन्होंने कहा मूवमेंट को विथड्रॉ कर लिया. ड्यूरिंग दिस नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट, लीडर जैसे राजेंद्र प्रसाद, सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, सरोजिनी नायडू, गोपाल राजा गोपालाचारी, मौलाना आजाद, चित्तरंजन दास, मोतीलाल नेहरू, जलियांवाला बाग, जवाहरलाल नेहरू, all participated here. Right? Simon Commission, British decided to make changes and appointment of Simon Commission. Why? Because there was no Indian in the commission. तो उन्होंने क्या कहा, इसको बायकॉट करेंगे. कमीशन came to India in 1920 with the slogan Simon go back. A new group of revolutionary जैसे भगत सिंह हो गए, राजगुरु हो गए, सुखदेव हो गए, चंद्रशेखर हो गए, आपके बीके दत्त हो गए, they also become active at this time. So civil disobedience movement, the Congress demanded Prince Suraj. The civil disobedience जो आपकी 1930 में शुरू थी under the leadership of दादा भाई, under the leadership of Gandhi, right? Quit India movement, quit India in August 1942. Do or die, करो या मरो. ये attempt था to throw English out of the country, English को बाहर बचाओ. Indian National, Subhash Chandra Bose was a great leader of India. He organized Indian National Army, Azad and Fauj. He fought against English. And what he gave slogan, Jai Hind और दिल्ली चलो. Indian become free. After the Second World War, 1945, English government agreed to leave India. It was decided to divide the country into two parts, India and Pakistan. और ये कब हुआ? 15th August. India क्या बन गई? Independent country बन गई. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when others sleep, India will awaken to life freedom. Jawaharlal Nehru become the first prime minister. राजेंद्र प्रसाद बने आपके पहले प्रेसिडेंट, ठीक है. और उसके बाद now we have completed more than 6 decades and India has fought and won many wars to guard our freedom. Right? Now the chapter has been completed. Hope you understood each and everything. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you.